Women in business account for 2.5 trillion in sales. So women are successful already, and we can borrow from what has been working for them. And so that's what I'm talking about today. So I believe that women in particular at this time need to lead with their heart. That is one of the most important things. Put your heart first. What I mean by that is find what makes your heart sing and feel a need to create that in the world. Because normally when what makes our heart sing is part of our purpose and part of our calling, and it's calling us to step up and be the leader in that. And we're creating something brand new in a different way, and following our hearts is key to that to start with. And then you want to look at your world and look what ignites your passion. Look what frustrates you. Look for needs that need to be filled that no one's filling. You know, look for places that you feel like, I wish this was happening. I wish someone was doing this already. And that can be a key indicator that it's your place to do it. And so then, you know, really question what that is, and be creative. Find ways every day to be creative, write, sing, make art, create something, cook. Find ways for you that gets those creative juices flowing. And then find a way that you can use your own creativity to fill that need. Because so many successful female entrepreneurs did exactly that. They saw something that needed to be in the marketplace that wasn't, and then they stepped up to do it. And you can see that story over and over and over. So pay attention to what really, you know, gets you going, either by inspiration or anger or frustration because it's not being done. These things can get you going on your purpose, your path. And then the next thing is to take time before you take any action and get very still. I highly recommend meditation or just simple stopping and breathing for a few moments. Get really still in your mind and allow that to permeate you. And then ask, what is the next move for me? Oprah talks about this quite a lot, and I think it's very important to start from that place and continue to start from that place. So get very still, ask that question. What is the next move? What is my next move? And wait for the guidance. And when you get the guidance, then move. And keep coming back to that whenever you're starting something new, and actually just throughout the day, come back to that stillness and then say, what's my next move? And keep revisiting that and revisiting that, and doors will open up for you. You'll get clarity. I think that it's important to start your day by planning it. You know, I'm a big advocate for goals, and you can keep it simple. Like every day, write down, what is my mental goal? Or you can start the night before. Actually, it's really good to write the goals down before you go to sleep, and your subconscious can work on it. And then the next day, revisit those in the morning. So I always have a physical goal, a mental goal, and a spiritual goal. And I'll write a couple down for each one. You know, your physical, what kind of exercise do you want to do? Or breathing. And for spiritual, you know, meditation, or again, breathing, or yoga, or something that you want to read, you know, a spiritual document, something like that. That can also fall into the mental category, is reading something, doing something for your business, taking mental action, you know, doing something income producing can fall under the mental, or personal development for your mind, that sort of thing. So I like to start with those. And then I also start with intentions. Intentions are a way of purposefully creating what you want for the day. It's setting it up for, this is how I want my day to look. And you can state it like, I'm easily creating gentleness and ease around business today, or I'm easily creating having a breakthrough today. I'm easily creating talking to two new clients, or bringing in new clients, that sort of thing. And so you're actively creating every day what you want it to look like. And I think that's very powerful. I'm also an advocate for the miracle morning. It's a way to start your day with everything that you need for a successful day. So you start out with meditation, and then gratitude, and then writing and reading, and then exercise, and you get all of that done in the morning. So you can research the miracle morning and to learn more about it. So that's on plan your day, which I think is important to have a plan for, especially every single day. If you have a plan, it's going to go more smoothly. The next thing I want to talk about is looking at obstacles as problems to be solved, rather than, I've seen so many people start a business for themselves, and then the first 3 obstacles that come up, once it gets past one obstacle, they just get defeated and frustrated, and a lot of times they'll just give up inside, and they end up quitting entirely. And when you have that defeat and you let it rule you, then you kind of lose hope, you lose faith in yourself, you lose belief in yourself. And so look at obstacles as challenges to find a solution for, as obstacles to overcome. And know that you're going to have obstacles. Know that you're going to have challenges. Know that you're going to have problems that look like they can't be solved. They're going to come up in business, in any business. They're going to look hopeless, but every obstacle can be overcome. Every problem has a solution if you look deep enough, if you look hard enough, if you get creative enough. So just know that they're going to come up, and know that you're going to be problem solving, and look at it as a challenge. Look at it as it's inevitable, and so what am I going to do about it? Because no business is going to run perfectly smoothly. And so if you're in business for yourself and you're an entrepreneur, then you've got that spirit to overcome whatever comes up. Don't worry about the competition. You're going to have competition, especially if it's a worthwhile idea that you have. You're going to have competitors, and look at it as Oprah talked about, if you're racing, if you're running, and you're constantly looking back at your competition, you're going to be wasting energy, and you're going to be slowing down. So you got to look at it as, how can I finish this race? What can I do to complete this in the most productive way? How can I run the fastest? How can I get ahead? You want to look ahead, and you want to just not pay attention to the competition, because it can look like you're being beat. It can look like, you're going to lose something, but that's not the story that you want to focus on. And that's not how people get ahead, and that's not how to thrive and succeed. So don't even pay attention to them. Know that you're going to have competition, and know that all you have to focus on is running as fast as you can to the finish line. When you want to start something new, you want to brainstorm with ideas. That's part of the creativity process, is you want to just brainstorm and write down all the ideas that you can possibly have. And then when you have an idea that sparks your inspiration, then you want to take action on it, and you want to run with it. And you want to just keep writing down ideas, and keep, whenever that one strikes you, just run with it, make a plan, do it right away. And when you have an idea that is coming into, something solid, then you want to start a plan, a business plan, a plan of action, and just start planning action steps to take in that direction. Start building your, a team around you if you want to collaborate, and just start acting as if this is a brilliant $1 million, $1 billion, $1 trillion business idea, and start treating it like that right away, and create a business plan. And know that some things aren't going to work, and that's okay. You change the plan, you let it evolve. You always want to keep progressing and moving and learning, and let your ideas evolve, because not all of them are going to work out as you've planned them right away. And just know that ahead of time. That's why you want to keep writing ideas down and keep it going. And then you want to look at it as the first thing you want to do is inspire others with your plan. And then you want to create a picture of what your service is, or what you're bringing to them. You want to create this enticing picture of a place that they want to go, or a place that they want to be, something they want to be a part of. So create that picture, and then you want to inform them how to get there. Inform them how to use it, how to use what you're giving them to get to that picture, that place, that their ideal life. Create and inspire what they are going to want, and then inform them how they can get it. And so that's how you take your idea, you make a plan, and then you create a picture with that idea, and then show people how to get it. You want to keep consistency, because if you start out strong and then you stop, then you're going to lose that momentum, that inertia that you started with taking action. So you want to just be consistent, every single day, consistency. Just putting a little bit more into it, a little bit more and more and more and more, and that's going to make it easier to sustain in the long run, because you've had that consistency. And trust me, I know how it feels. I build up a lot of momentum and action and seeing results, and then I'll take a break or go on vacation, and then it feels like I kind of take a few steps backwards. So consistency is key, and how many times have we heard that? But it really is true. And the other part of progressing and letting things evolve is I recommend learning something new on a daily basis, if you can. If you can't do it on a daily basis, learn something new on a weekly basis. Learn something new, and then by the time you get through the month, you've learned 4 new things, or you've learned, if you're able to do it every single day, you've learned 30 new ideas, 30 new projects, 30 new ways or talents or skills to put in your business, to put in your tool belt, I should say. And so you can see progress very quickly that way, and you can stay on edge, because it's important to stay on edge as business is always evolving, and especially online, things are constantly changing and evolving. And so if you're learning something new every single day and pushing yourself and challenging yourself, then you're going to stay on that edge. The other thing is, all this is talking about doing. You want to make sure that as a female, especially, that you're taking time to nourish that feminine aspect of you, that you're filling yourself up, that you're taking time to pamper yourself, to fill what fulfills you the most, what fulfills you at a soul level. Do that. I love baths. I love getting massage, and so I'll make that important. For everyone, it's different. Some people, gardening is therapy, and that fills them up. Some, other people, cooking is therapy, and that fills them up. For me, cooking can be stressful, so that wouldn't be something that I would choose. So you find out really what fills you up, and then do that on a regular basis. And, find things that fill your love tank, your love reservoir. Because if yours is not filled, you're not going to have anything to really give to other people. And when you're coming from a place of not being completely full, what you're sharing is stress. You're just kind of taking the stress of not being full and you're giving it to someone else. And so energetically, that's not going to help anyone. And so many of us do that and don't even realize it. I mean, I'm very guilty of that. I'll just get run down and be so tired but feel like I have to push on. And so then I am either trying to get that fulfillment from other people, which is stressful, or I'm trying to give from a place of half empty, and that is stressful as well for everyone. So rambled a bit about that, but on that note, you want to stay in a place of believing in yourself and honoring yourself, because that is what inspires others. If you lose that belief in yourself, step back and take time to get back to that place of knowing. Find what you absolutely believe in. Find what you absolutely know to be true, and stay there and focus on that, and then take action from that place. It's so important, because if we're trying to succeed from a place of not believing in ourselves, that transmits through everything we do. People feel that, and we're just going to come up against personal obstacles, inside. Like, we're not going to be in a full alignment, I should say. What we're saying and what we're feeling inside, they're not going to be in alignment, and that creates a lot of times a block in flow, in abundance flow. So you want to make sure that what you're feeling in your heart and what you're speaking and your actions are in alignment. And so the best way to do that is when you realize that you're not fully believing in what you're doing, take the time to step back and find what you do believe in. With that said, you want to make sure that you're not looking back at your failures. You're not spending a lot of your time looking behind you. You want to keep looking forward. You want to, if you've made mistakes or you need to make amends, that's great. Visit that, and then find the forgiveness, and then as quickly as possible move forward. I've wasted a lot of time and a lot of energy looking back and feeling regret about certain things, and it's an energy drain, and that's gonna bleed over into all of your life, especially your business. So just don't spend too much time there. Another thing is to stay curious and interested in life and other people in your area of expertise. Find that innocent curiosity of a child and continue to visit that, because that sparks natural inspiration, and that keeps you open, and that keeps you in a place of an open, innocent, and beautiful, humble mind. So that would be a good intention to have, actually, is to stay curious every day and then see what comes out of that. Let's see. So it's inevitable that you're going to have failures, that some things aren't going to work, and try to take those failures and find a way that they can make you stronger. Find a way that you can move beyond yourself. So you failed at one thing, notice what worked and what didn't work, and then be able to move into more of what works for you, and see how you can grow beyond who you've been, and maybe look at, where have I labeled myself where I'm keeping myself limited? Because if you can find some place that you've limited yourself, then you can find a way to reach beyond it. something that you feel like, well, I can't change this because I really love it, my business, and I want it to be part of my brand. Any place that you feel like you're digging your heels in is a place that you might be limiting yourself and can move beyond that. And that might be part of where the failure has come from. It's just something to look at and to explore for yourself. So if you feel at any point like you're feeling stuck or, can't quite get a grasp on what it is that you're providing for people, get back to what is your talent. Get back to, and you can ask yourself, what is my innate natural talent? And you can look at, what has been your talent for most of your life? What is that one thing that you go back to? And you can start from there, start new, start a brand new day from just that talent and see where you can go from there and see, get back to basics sort of thing. Everybody has a talent. Everybody has their own flavor of a talent that they have. And sometimes if you just get overwhelmed or, too much is going on and you feel a little stuck, come back to basics. What is my talent, and how can I take action from there? And that sort of thing. And then it's important that when you do have breakthroughs, you realize this is my talent, this is the idea that I have around it, then you want to seize the opportunities that come. Because a lot of times when you have a little breakthrough or an idea, doors will open for you, or opportunities will present themselves to you right away or in a synchronistic way. And so you want to seize that opportunity right away, even if you don't know how to do it, even if you don't know how it's going to look or how it's going to happen. Seize it and say yes, jump into it, and then go from there. Because sometimes the opportunities present themselves and we either procrastinate or we say no right away. And that's exactly the door that wanted to open next. And then just take it day by day, today. What are my goals today? What can I do today? How can I serve today? Because if you're trying to think months ahead and all, this huge to-do list that you have to accomplish, that can stop the flow. It can stop your creativity. And it's just easier to just, take one step at a time, one day at a time. A lot of us are competitive by nature, and that's a gift that helps us have our drive. But try and keep that competitive spirit with yourself. How can I be better than I was yesterday? How can I be better at what I'm already successful at? That sort of thing. Ask the questions that are going to set you up for success rather than set you up for failure, because it's painful comparing yourself to others and trying to compete with others when they're not even your flavor. And you can easily get off track of what you're meant to do by trying to mimic or be like somebody else. So you want to keep that competition inside you. Like, how can I be better today? Not to judge yourself and not to create tension, but just in a healthy way. Like, how can I do that even better? How can I move beyond myself? These questions. How can I succeed more today with what I started yesterday? Questions that are empowering. And just keep working on yourself. Just keep putting in good food into your mind. Read books that inspire you. Read success stories. Read inspiring stories. Keep doing personal development. And in any ways that you feel like, oh, I can't do that. Oh, I don't know how to do that. Those are areas that you can venture into to learn more. And just keep working on yourself, building yourself up, filling yourself up, feeding yourself with knowledge that's going to take you in a direction that you want to go. And never stop working on yourself. You want to keep nourishing you. And that's going to be the key to your success in everything you do. Put yourself first and keep I like to say nourishing, pampering, and feeding you and your heart and your heart's desire. And then you can share that with the rest of the world. And that's what you're meant to do. So thanks for watching. I hope this has been helpful, and feel free to comment on any keys to success or any personal development or books or anything that you have that you'd like to share with others, and we'll keep a conversation going.